In the last 20 seasons, only 4 rookies have recorded more games with at least 20 points and 10 assists than this guy has. And he's only halfway through his rookie season, but perhaps there is no greater accomplishment than doing game night with us. None of those other guys were here as rookies, I'd like to point out. Trae Young of the Atlanta Hawks is in our studio. First and foremost, settle a debate. Which nickname do you like best? The Ice Trae? Trae TL?
I mean, I leave that out love to the fans. For me, I like Ice Trae.
Yeah.
I've heard Trae TL too, so either one of those I like.
Perhaps we use Trae TL as the location and Ice Trae as the nickname.
Okay, I go with that.
That can feel fair. Where, though, is your confidence stemming from as a rookie? Because I think that's what's most impressive.
I mean, I think it all starts with just, how much hard work I put in. I think for any really good player, I think it starts with the work they put in. If you're not as prepared as, you need to be, I think that's when you lose confidence. And for me, I just put in so much work. That's where I get all my confidence from.
Trae, I wanted to talk to you, man. You know, in football, right, the quarterback position is the premier position. He runs the team. It's his locker room. He has to be able to command his guys. And for you as a rookie coming into the NBA, what have you found from a leadership standpoint in terms of starting to run the locker room, run the team, be the guy that everybody else is leaning on?
For me, I think it's I'm in a really good situation. Although we lost a guy with Jeremy Lin today, he's helped me so much as far as doing my best of commanding a locker room and earning the respect of my teammates and just doing the little things that win over your teammates and do things like that. So I've had great veterans and great OGs around me with Jeremy and Vince and those type of guys to help carry me in the right direction as far as the leadership standpoint.
You guys have also had great young players that came in with you, and John Collins, who was here 1 year before. What do you see happening now in that Atlanta locker room, and what are people going to be surprised by that you guys are capable of next year?
I think really just the growth from all of the rookies that came in this year, and you're already seeing it with John, the jump he's made from his rookie season to now. I think really just the growth from all the rookies and John, even the other younger guys. We have a very young team, as everybody knows, so just the growth that we continue in the show. And we want to compete for championships someday, and that's just, it's going to take time. And I always talk about patience, and it's going to take patience, but we're all going to work to get there.
All right, Trae, without giving, anybody in the Eastern Conference too much information, we don't want to do that. Let's go just take a walk. When you have the basketball in your hands, where on the floor, what are you seeing? You running screen roll in the middle? You like screen rolls on the wing? What are you reading? Are you reading your defender? Are you reading the big? What are you seeing on the weak side? Take the fans through being an NBA point guard and just navigating pick and roll situations.
As the 5-time NBA champion, Derek Fisher defends you.
No, for sure. Well, for me, I like the pick and roll the best. For me, I think one of my best attributes is my ability to pass and see the floor before things are settled. So if I'm coming off pick and rolls on the wing, I'm not really worried about my defender. I'm reading.
So let's say he jumps up into a no middle type of situation. So now he's trying to force you down this way.
He forced me down this way. So my job as a point guard is to read the other 3 defenders. Kristen is help side. So we have a guy rolling, and my defender's usually going over. So it's my job to find the open man, or if the big doesn't step up to guard me, I have a lane to the basket. So it's my job to get it to the open man as soon as possible, or make a play to score.
All right, see how he hesitated, by the way, calling me the big. You saw that. So I have to recognize the big.
I don't know if I would have went in there and scored. I don't know.
The big-ish.
So,
fine, I got your help side.
But so first of all, see how many things for people at home that he's thinking about in these situations. So when you're watching the game at home, don't be trying to figure out why he made a mistake one time, because he's literally thinking about 25 things in this scenario. So now take us to, how are you finding that balance now halfway through your first season with when I'm going to score and get my bucket, or I'm making sure I get off the ball right away in those situations?
Well, I think it's time and score, and that's something I've learned. With Coach Pierce, there's times in the games where, I mean, whether it's a guy who's hot, me being a point guard, I have to know that. If a guy's hot and he's feeling it, you got to keep giving it to the hot hand. Or if the game is up and down, it's just knowing when to score and when to get your teammates involved. And that's something I've learned. And just by watching film and talking to people, I've had a lot of really good role models in my life. So I just learning those different types of things.
Yeah, that's great stuff, man. I mean, it's pick and roll is hard. And now, I mean, how many pick and rolls per game would you say you're in?
I'm in a lot of pick and rolls. I think that's something that I've always been really good at is pick and rolls. So I feel like I'm in a lot of pick and rolls.
So Trae, a confession here. I am one of the people that was concerned about your ability to play any kind of similar style to what you did in Oklahoma, because you were given such free reign with the ball that a lot of the shots you took, I thought, oh, well, he's not going to be able to get to those. And so all you did to counter that was become more of a driver and showing more of your passing ability. When did you make that recognition that that's how you could help your team best?
I think I've always had that type of ability. It's just doing what the defense was giving me at the time. And at Oklahoma, I mean, there was times when I felt like I was in range or I was able to shoot from long distance, and I felt like the defense was giving me that, so I was doing that. And now it's, I mean, maybe a little bit different than what it was in college. So it's just really just doing what the defense is giving me.
So when we show you those lists of statistics of all the great rookies, the names that you're listed now alongside, how do you respond? Is it something that you're paying attention to yet?
For me, it's you can't help but see it, and it humbles me. Just being on a list with those type of greats. I mean, it's a humbling list to be on. But for me, I want to be on more of those lists. I want to be on lists of point guards who won championships. I want to be considered an all-time great. So that's, for me, I see it, but for me, I just want to continue to get better and improve.
Do you pay attention to the other rookies and what they're doing then this season?
For sure. I mean, this is my class. I'm rooting for everybody in my class. I want to go down as one of the best classes ever be. Dealt and drafted. So I'm happy for all the guys who are playing well. Luke is playing really well. DeAndre, Jaren Jackson Jr., all my guys. So I'm rooting for them.
You know who else used to do that? Magic Johnson and Larry Bird used to watch each other.
They are good at this game, from what I feel like I've heard. All right, Trae, thank you so much for taking the time to join us in studio. If you have nothing going on, we're going to be here all night.
Oh.
He's like, I didn't sign up for any of that. All right.